The annual Gospel Icon Discovery Competition will be back once more in Durban for search of the next biggest musical talent. Now, following its preliminary rounds, the competition's finale will take place at the Ohlange Sports Grounds near Durban. The competition is aimed at nurturing upcoming artists in the city and assist them with launching their careers with the assistance of prominent artists. And to tell us more, we join from our Durban studios by Thembinkosi Ngcobo, who is the organizer of the event. A very good morning to you, Mr. Ngcobo. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, and thanks a lot for hosting us this morning.
Yeah, by all means, it's an absolute pleasure. Do you want to take us through the background of this competition from when it was conceptualized to the finale?
This competition is informed by our 2033 vision. It's a 20-year vision. It started way back in 2013. And the 4 things that we wanted to achieve, which includes an achievement of an objective where this city of eThekwini all over the world will be known as a city that has the best gospel musicians, and also to have the biggest audience for this genre, because it's of no use to have the best talent and that best talent is not enjoyed at home and supported at home. And we also want to achieve a situation where we will have the best facilities where you can produce and consume this music. So those are the objectives that are informing us for the 2033 vision. And up until this point, we've been able to identify and nurture a talent, especially among young people that we are now ready to expose to the world, so that the world will come and enjoy this talent at least once a year in our city.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Ngcobo, in broader terms, you are looking for to unearth musical talent in Durban. But what are some of the finest qualities and attributes that you'll be looking out for?
We have learned over the last 6 years, because we've been doing it now for 6 years, that actually a talent without character, more especially in relation to this genre of music, is destructive, is not going to help you. So what we have been doing after we identified this problem was to get especially the support of churches from around the city, well-established musicians, people who have been through this road, have learned out of it, and then they do come and talk to these young people that were nurturing from time to time, and we've seen the improvement. I mean, when it started, I saw a number of young people who were very, very good, versed in terms of music, but when it comes to that issue of character, the issues of behavior, how do you deal with public, how do you treat the public? So we saw that there were some gaps there. So right now we have all those supporting structures and systems, and that is why we are sure from now on we are going to be achieving this objective. The winner, for instance, from last year has displayed exactly the kind of character that we want, and also the talents that we need from him.
Yeah, and speaking of support structures, we do understand that the winners will be mentored by some of the prominent gospel artists. Do you want to take us through how that process will unfold?
Oh yes, what we do, for instance, we drafted in people, big names like Gandlela, Tina Zungu, Malusi Mbogas, and of late we are going to be joined by Anda Ngwane, who is very well known in this music circles, and a number of also people, Tunzi Number, for instance, last year he was part of us. So what is going to happen is that once we have identified this young talent, these musicians will from time to time spend time with them. When they have gigs, for instance, as it were, then we will require them to go along with them, and if they have a set of about 20 minutes, at least 5 minutes should be given to those people. But then also it's a requirement upon some of the departments of the municipality that when they have big events, that these young people also do participate there, and that they get given payment for their participation, because we also want to teach them, even at this early stage, that talent does pay you, instead of being involved in all these other antisocial activities. So these gospel musicians, well established, they are part of the program, 4 of them, so they are always available to teach these guys, take them along, and also from time to time to meet with them, give them voice training and all the other necessary trainings which are there. And that is why, in my view, we've seen this improvement, and that is why sooner than later the city will be able to achieve the stated objective of being the best when it comes to gospel music.
Well, it certainly is. Well, earlier on, Mr. Ngobo, you mentioned that some of the key qualities or attributes that you'll be looking out for is the sense of character of the actual gospel artist. Now, I'm curious to know how this character will find expression in some of the categories. And do you want to take us through some of the categories that we'll be looking forward to see?
Oh, yes. What actually happened, we're forced by the situation in this case. We found that there's a number of young boys and girls below the age of 14 who were coming through trying to compete with the grown-ups, and then we decided to come up with a category that is only for them, the 10 up to 14 years. In that case, we don't have much of a problem because parents are also there to support them. Then the second category is the 15 to 35 age group, and that is why there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of rough diamonds that we are now identifying, but then also where there are a lot of challenges because of the situation where we are in terms of our country, whether it could be because of the institutions like families and so forth that are not working, and also that is the category that we're working on. And then lastly, Durban is known for having the best a cappella musicians and groups, so we also have that group. So these three groups will be competing out there, and the winners from number 2 and 3 will then be identified and be given a recording contract with the municipality and being helped by these musicians, the established ones that have made reference to.
Mr. Ngobo, we literally have 5 seconds. Do you want to take us through the tickets and the details of the event?
It's a free admission event. It's going to be at Dr. J.L. Dube. We're expecting 7,000 people. It's going to be starting at 9 up until 3 in the afternoon. Kids can come. We have a play area for them. It's for free. Everything will be provided for. Security also will be available. So please come and enjoy the event. It's for free.
All right, great stuff. Mr. Ngobo, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.